Hello, gorgeous. Here is how to be more attractive. Being attractive is literally just becoming more ladylike, more elegant. My name is Gia. I'm an etiquette consultant based in Los Angeles. Subscribe for a more elegant life and sign up to my newsletter for free etiquette techniques straight to your inbox. Polish your life with that. So, number one is stop wearing so much makeup when you do not need to. It's not necessary to show up to work in full makeup unless that is your job. Your face is your moneymaker. Show up appropriately, but don't overdo it like you're going to be glam every single night. If you work in an office, if you work at home, don't fully have a beat face because it's not necessary. You can have like beautiful things about your face if that's your thing, go ahead. But if you are showing up, like say to a job interview or on a first date, overdoing it is overwhelming and it's not appropriate. It's not needed. If you're going to church, don't if you're going grocery shopping, there's no need to do a full evening glam look in the daytime is what I'm saying. Number two is to get lean. Work out to have more chiseled features and eat wisely, avoiding too much salt. Get enough sleep so you're not puffy. Everything in moderation. Still be soft but tone a little bit. Not to look masculine like a man, but still be soft and have the curves and presence of femininity. The reason why I say this is because if you're trying so hard to contour your face, contour your jawline and contour your cheeks and contour your nose and do all these things, it's one thing to do your makeup, but if you have a reason that you're looking at your face and you feel like your features are not enough, your beautiful, soft, gorgeous, round, soft features, then work out. So you don't have to spend all this money on makeup because contour brushes alone are so expensive. Avoid spending a fortune on makeup and find the reason why you're doing all of these things. Most likely that you're not satisfied with the way you look. Just work out. You will feel so much better about yourself. Your brain function will be at a higher capacity when you work out because you have blood flow, you have circulation to the brain, even pacing. When you walk around, your calves are your second heart, is what they say. It's called the gastrocnemius or something like that. The muscle that is in your calves because it pumps blood straight to your heart. It pumps blood up. Even your hormones will be more balanced when you work out. Next is to cover up. I'm not saying look like a nun. I'm not saying cover every single thing. If you want to have cleavage, have cleavage. There's an appropriate time and place. Do not show up to work with like a full plunge top. Do not show up to work with a dress too short that if you bend over, your identity will be compromised. Don't confuse daytime for evening wear or evening wear for day wear. People will pay attention to the content of what you're saying more and prioritize your character over being distracted by looking at your cleavage. I will be the first person to say that as an F cup. I feel like women say I'm sorry a lot. We apologize for no reason. We're very polite and we are always generous in giving when it comes to communicating and expressing ourselves in some form or manner to cover up for our guilt or cover up for something that we feel like we have to explain ourselves. So sometimes you just need to talk less, be a little mysterious, not say everything on your mind. When you talk less and you say only the things you mean, only the really high value things, people will listen more. People will lean in. And when you say only what you mean, people know you're not full of people pleasing and beating around the bush, and you earn more respect by saying only the things that you mean. When someone asks a yes or no question, simply say yes or no. Unless they ask for an explanation, just say yes or no. Don't give a huge story of why the answer is no, all the excuses of why it's no, and then say no. Say yes or no. That's it. Next is to take a breath when you speak. And I mean slow frontal wave dispersion. Evolutionary psychology and clinical psychologist trials have seen that when women and men speak, there are different frequencies that are attractive. And slow frontal wave dispersion is when women, you can hear in her voice that she is on the slimmer side, that she's lean, that she's taking care of herself. So if someone closes their eyes, they will be attracted to you before seeing you. So take a breath when you speak. And what I mean by this, it is scientifically studied that women, when they have a breathier voice when they speak, they are more attractive. Look at Marilyn Monroe. Total bombshell. I personally don't find her extraordinarily attractive. I think she's beautiful, yes. But I don't feel like she's the bombshell people make her out to be. She knew how to embody the femininity, the character of a feminine woman. And I know someone personally who hates Marilyn Monroe, hates the way she looks, and it's a man, totally heterosexual. And he says how she acts like a woman. She acts like the most womanly of women. Embody Marilyn Monroe when you speak. So she is a little bit more childish, playing with you kind of thing. When you take a breath when you speak, people listen to you more. They lean in when you speak, also when you're being soft. Having that soft breathiness when you speak is so much more attractive. It makes you sound softer, it makes you sound more attractive. Practice it at home, try this out, see how it goes, and see if it fits you, see if it suits you, if you want to keep it. Try it. Next is to be positive. Everyone in the world has problems. They do not want to hear yours. They do not want to take on yours the burden of your issues, your anxieties. Next is to be mysterious about your problems. Do you have problems? Who knows? If you watch the movie Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell, there's a scene where she's a proper woman, and my grandma was like this. So she would say, I would ask my grandma what makeup she used, and she would never tell. I use a little secret of my own, and that's it. Be mysterious. Not everybody has to know all the answers. You're a lady. Not everybody has to know all the details about your life. This is very old school traditional, and everybody today who aren't ladies will give an excuse and will say, no, I want to do whatever I want. Go ahead, do whatever you want. This is just a suggestion. I'm not telling you exactly what to do with your life. These are just suggestions. These are guidelines. These are not hard rules that you have to follow. In Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, I think it was Jane Russell who says, my feet hurt. Marilyn Monroe is very proper, and she says it's not proper to say my feet hurt. So this makes a lot of sense. This generation just has it when it comes to manners, when it comes to being proper and ladylike and elegant. This is why social media is destroying us. People know too much about everyone. People were getting fired for being a lingerie model in their past life, but then you can post about being a teacher, a male teacher who's wearing women's underwear. This is just, nobody should know what color your underwear is except for maybe your spouse, your partner. Posting all these things online or exclaiming all these things in person is not proper. Don't say your feet hurt. What you do is you excuse yourself, you go home, change your shoes to something more comfortable, and then you come back and say, hi, how do you do? You don't tell people about your problems. Everybody has their problems. What you do is you keep it to yourself, remain positive. Back to step number 6. How can you leave people wanting more if they already have everything that you've given them? It's an abundance of information that nobody needs. Next is never announce you are going to the bathroom. I do not understand why people do this. If someone you are attracted to, or if you're at work, do not announce that you need to go to the bathroom. And it's not polite to ask where someone is going if they excuse themselves. So just let them go, and then they will come back. Say, I'll be right back. I need to powder my nose. Just excuse yourself. It's perfectly fine. Nobody wants to think of what you're doing in the bathroom. Don't ever announce the toilet. Don't say the word toilet. Next thing is to take care of your hair. Body language experts have said that the very first thing that they look at is your hair. And I noticed this subconsciously. The very first thing people are very worried about, the thing that makes their look, aside from makeup, if their hair is good, their makeup doesn't have to be very much. If a man's hair is good, he doesn't have to do very much either. He doesn't worry all day. Your hair sets the tone for the mood of your day. And the thing is, when body language experts look at your hair, they look at how healthy it is, how long it is, how you take care of it, if you have split ends, if you dye your hair. Sometimes people dye their hair and don't understand the meaning of dimension. They will only have one color and they look ridiculous, and then their face is super old and their hair is super black. That doesn't make any sense. They're probably insecure or trying to hide something and doing it themselves, or they can't afford to go to the hair salon, but they want to fix up their look. Taking care of your hair is very, very, very subconscious in how our health is presented to the world, because we are always expressing ourselves even without speaking. 90% of what we communicate is not spoken, and we judge people within half a second of meeting them. We criticize in our head automatically because it's a human thing to assess what is in front of us and see if it is safe, if it is danger, to set it into a hierarchical degree on this made-up map that humans have, because we want to understand if we are competing with them or if we are collaborating with them. Next is to not be entitled. Don't assume the world revolves around you. Do not be arrogant and think you're better than others. If you have the goods to back it up, that's great. But nobody wants to hear it. You just make people feel bad, and when you find out others accomplish more than you just make yourself feel bad. Next is to have basic manners and etiquettes. What is the difference between manners and etiquette? So there is so much to go through, so I'm going to say in a nutshell, because this is very self-serving. I am an etiquette teacher after all. So manners are general guidelines. So if you go on the metro or on the bus and you stand up for a pregnant woman, That is general manners. That's manners. If you open the door for people, no matter what their age, their background, whomever they are, even for pets, that is manners. Etiquette is very specific to a situation. If you enter someone's home, there are probably some more rules that you have to follow. They're not hard rules, but they're more guidelines, I want to say, because guidelines can be flexible. If you enter someone's home and they say, is it okay if you please remove your shoes? I just had the floors vacuumed. That is etiquette. Or if you go to a restaurant, etiquette is you don't talk about inappropriate things at the dining table. You don't talk about disgusting things or paint a very unsavory image in someone else's head while they're eating something because it might put them off from their food. You do not mention if there's something moving on your plate. You do not mention if there's a hair in your plate because it will put them off from their food. So it's just a matter of practicality and consideration for others. Join my etiquette course to spruce up your beautiful socialization skills personally and professionally. Everyone needs social graces because communicating is what we do 75% of the time in our day. Visit dixonetiquette.com to learn more. Subscribe for a more elegant life. Don't forget to sign up to my newsletter linked below for more etiquette techniques. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.